Hey everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have a very exciting match. This is Drew versus Cola in an elimination match. Super cool. Tracking today, you got me and Lady Draco, and on comms, we have Okishi and Burrito, and they will take it from here.
All
Yo,
right.
good morning.
Good morning, everybody. And if it's not morning for you, well, too bad it's morning for us. This is going to be a very sweaty match, I think, today. And I say that because each of these participants so far have won one match and lost one match. And that's already pretty scary to think about. But guess what? Cola was seeded 20th this qual, and Drooness 21st. Drew was less than 7 points behind Cola in quals. So based off of their quals, they're basically mirror match. This is Dark Link versus Darker Link today.
Yeah, I mean these two. Like, I was thinking about this match all night last night, and I was like, man, who actually wins this match? And I don't know. I can't predict this. Like, this one's hard because these two are staples within the community. They both done very well within the community and have provided so much for the community. I don't even know if I want anybody to win. Like, this is it's gonna be such a good match, and I'm glad that we're gonna be here today to watch it.
Absolutely. And as chat's already pointing out, we're starting today with Fire Medallion, Saria Song, and Bow. Bow's going to be a crazy start depending on these dungeons. Oh, and there's the entrances, which I got because I might be half awake, but I'm Pavlovian conditioned to screenshot. Augury of Time's Prelude of Light, so we're not going to need AD today. Zora's River's on the path to Morpha. I didn't see the other two.
Yep, King Zora is dead, and that first hint was Frogs 2 is dead.
Wow, 2 river hits in one spot. I guess King Zora's like half river hint too. This seed's like, hey, do you hate river starts? Here's some info about it.
Well, what's interesting about that hint is Drew took that hint and he said, you know what? Let's go to Zora's River right away. And that's why he made it nighttime. He walked into OGC, which makes it just barely nighttime. And then he's going to go and do Zora's River. Hopefully get a hook shot. Maybe that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, he could be chasing that just path immediately because he knows path to Morpha could be that hook shot. He also might get baited into just getting Iron Boots, which is still useful. He could take that out of River pretty quickly. Worst case scenario, we just find like Tunic, Zora's Tunic specifically, but I take those odds. That's pretty good odds of getting something good.
Yeah, so many items are logically required, and that does look like a hook shot on the very first check in Zora's River.
This might be a big deal. I'm sure Cola's not going to sleep on River having gotten that hint. But
No.
like he just might do CAC first, then go over to River. But having a bow and hookshot early for both of these runners, yeah, they're gonna tear the seed wide open. We saw our medallions flash there really quickly as well. And it looks like Phantom Ganon, Bongo Bongo, and Twin Rova are all stones today. So basically the longest dungeons in this game are not required. We might have to go in them for items later, but we don't need Prelude. So we're not worried about Augury of Time. There's Song of Storms on Windmill, which I feel like a lot.
Yeah, and we did get a hint that the Royal Tomb was Sun Song, and so that's just a vanilla song right there, the Royal Tomb and vanilla Sun Song. So,
all right, getting archery out of the way early in CAC. And Drew's still working through Zora's River as much as possible. Part of the going to CAC first for Cola might be he's hoping to pull maybe explosives or something that will help him do grottos, so maybe he can be a little bit more efficient on his clearing. But also, we just saw another Zora's River hint for Morpha in Zora's River, which is another classic. And then Zora's River main.
I'm pretty sure that was Fountain.
Cool.
Yeah, it has to be Fountain because we get a King Zora hint.
Right. This seed's looking pretty wet today. A lot of Zora and river stuff in this seed.
Yeah, and so far coming up for Cola, nothing in this adult one. So I honestly would not be surprised if we saw Cola head over into Zora's River after. But it does look like our 30, 40, 50 skulls are dead.
This might be the fastest seed, which would be saying something since one of the cool seeds was under an hour 40 and would finish, I think. That one was crazy fast.
Yeah, I mean, we have Fire Temple, Water Temple, Deku, Jabu, oh, yeah, I see why you say that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Forest, Zora's River's Path to Morpha, which not only is a hookshot because, Morpha, but also the Water Temple's in Forest Temple, so we just need that to get in. It looks like Light Arrows stay in Jabu Jabu's belly, which you're going to have to go in there anyways to complete the seed, so not even have to go out of the way for Light Arrows.
Yeah, what's a little interesting is we got that Zora's River to Morpha, and Morpha's a GBK or Ganon Boss Key dungeon. So if that is hookshot 1, we might not need a hookshot logically to get any of the items for Deku or Jabu completion.
No, it's looking like a pretty weird vibe here, because also we have Shadow Temple inside Spirit Entrance, which, again, that's a stone, so we don't necessarily even need to go out there today, so we might not even worry about Requiem today, unless there's an item in there later that we worry about. Bottom of the Well is ice, so as soon as we find a bottle, they could rush ice if they wanted to. Yeah, the only problem maybe in entrances is logically DC's inside ice, but these runners both know how to King Zora skip, so they don't care. Yeah, the seed's looking like, if it's going to take a long time, there has to be some shenanigans on the items, like absolute comedy.
And Dampe, absolutely nothing. Yeah, so far this is just a super dry adult, which is okay. That's fine. We've seen so far this season that, you know, early child checks tend to have a decent amount of your starting items, or at least it's been beneficial to kind of have a long child section, and it kind of looks like that's what's gonna be, you know, on the menu for us today.
Yeah,
surely it won't be a burrito.
No, I mean, you can get a breakfast burrito. You can eat a burrito at any time of the day. I got a burrito last Sunday. Absolutely destroyed me. It was great. But in terms of, like, obliteration, I think Cola is going to bust this seed wide open with these child checks now. The only thing he missed out compared to Juru is going to River and getting the freestanding hookshot, which Cola could just do his child anyways. And honestly, I don't really know how much that hookshot's going to do for you at this moment in the seed, since we're not finding the things we need to start pushing things logically. Like, we don't have explosive source or hammer right now. In terms of items, the only item that we could worry about is maybe that hammer or boomerang, but I'm not going to worry about that now because we haven't even found we haven't even found more than one path hint yet, so still lots of info out there.
Yeah, I mean, no major item hints yet. No, we've gotten one foolish, which is nice. It's an okay foolish. But yeah, so Lon Lon Ranch for Cola. He does not want to do Zora's River quite yet. He seems pretty, especially, I mean, it kind of makes sense having that Song of Storms. He's probably gonna want to do River as child, and Jabu being bottom of the well. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to be like, okay, if as soon as I get explosives, maybe let's go and do bottom of the well and Zora's River kind of all in one go if he gets the Rudo's letter. So might be waiting to do Zora's River once he has all that equipment.
Yeah, Well's obviously extremely dense play, and since this seed seems to be ushering you in that direction, there's another copy of our Sun Songs hint, by the way. It would definitely be convenient to knock out Well while you're up there. Yeah. However, I also know in this season we've seen matches won or lost because people go and do optional dungeons versus not needing to. Even if they don't take a long time, like just peeking Well and not doing a bunch, it still adds up. And as we were talking about earlier, these runners are pretty evenly matched, not just historically, but in their current season performance. But we did get a bonus song off of Malin, which, you know what happens with an early bow and early Epona song.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
we're looking over towards Fortress, which is vanilla for GTG being in GTG.
Yeah, it's surprisingly a decent amount of checks, and honestly, for someone like Drew who already has that hook shot, you've got a lot open. You could do pretty much like a good loop around GTG if you want to make that, and there is something on top of DC. I just didn't see what it was.
Oh, I don't know. Drew's just got... I'm more distracted by Drew's tunic color. He's looking like a peach today.
I don't know, that tunic color gives me memories of... I have a best friend who in high school, he didn't understand different types of colors. He thought it was just pink, and him and his date to... What the...
Yeah, that hint plus that item, this grotto, like, what the fuck?
Okay, well... Yeah,
I interrupt your core memory.
No, it's fine. Either way, the color is salmon. that's
yeah.
funny. The color is salmon. Yeah.
Delicious. Anyways, so what happened to that grotto when we were talking about fish stories is not only did we find the second hook shot already, oh, and there's the second bow. Oh, Goron Link. We also pulled the hint Ice Cavern to Bane. So when I said rush ice like 3 minutes ago, hey guys, we know light arrows is in Jabu's. Ice Cavern might be on the path to like Boomerang for getting through Jabu's belly. Or something else.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, ice is definitely going to be in play here. I mean, Bane being your first priority hint, that's, yeah. Cola's kind of on the right track, already being child, already in Kakariko, ready to go.
Yeah, he's going to open up that well, and he's going to be ready to go into Ice Cavern there to follow that and action that path hint. Because when you get a path hint for Evil's Bane, a lot of the time runners will roll their eyes because it's just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's pointed to the thing, I know. But then when you're like, oh, I know light arrows are on Jabu, and that path, that's got to help me with that. And if I don't have to casino a Boomerang today, it's going to be a good day. Which we also got Bolero off Bolero, so that's going to be some nice for some movement later.
Yeah, and our fire temple is Jabu, so that's actually pretty decent because what Drew can do is if he does get, I mean, it's Path to Bane, right? So you're more than likely gonna just get Boomerang inside of Ice Cavern. So what Drew can do is open up bottom of the well or bottom of the well entrance, get into ice, and there's our third bow.
Damn.
But he's going to be able to do a nice one quick swift motion and being able to complete Jabu, having that Bolero already. Not right away, but as soon as he beats ice.
Yeah, it's not a dense play, but you know you're gonna have to do it today, regardless of light arrows being in there. And if you can complete it, why not? You might also find something in one of the 4 checks that's useful. Worst case scenario, you could push some skulls. You know, there's a couple quick skulls. As well, nothing's on 30, 40, 50 today. 10, 20 might have something. Even though the seeds already filled us up on hook shots and bows. Lost Woods is Path to Queen Goma. Deku is inside the Shadow Temple entrance today.
So we probably looking at magic or Din's Fire there, or something to lead us to Nocturne. Never mind, there's magic right there.
There's magic, cool.
If that was gonna be Din's Fire right there, I was gonna freak out.
What's up, Shaonswa? Both these runners need the good luck because so far this seed is giving them a lot of options, and it's going to be pretty easy to take a path where maybe you overcommit. I think for now you have a lot of obvious, very fast and dense choices, but again, Cola getting that Epona song off Epona, probably like, that's Fortress. Also, we already have Longshot, which would also be crossing the Fortress. Drew hasn't found Epona song yet, having not been to Long Long Ranch yet, so he's not quite thinking about that. You're setting up for that glitchless jump. Let's see it. Get on top of the maze. Alright, next time. As close also
really
finding Lost Woods.
Try to do a really swaggy jump prior to that, and it's like just knowing the technicals behind it. It's so wild seeing people go for it. Drew's the type of player I know that usually hits it, so. There's that Lost Woods to Queen Goma for Cola.
Yeah, Cola's falling right behind Drew here. They're just different ages right now. So we're going to see some child checks here. I expect Cola to stop and do Ocarina Memory Game. Do the Sarius song check. Yeah, here we go. So we'll see a couple more checks here in Lost Woods from Cola's perspective that Drew was unable to get as adult. Not quite. Not quite, Cola. Yeah, there we go. Gerudo Valley on Path to King Dodongo. Uh-oh.
It's probably Rudo's ladder.
What was the other hint? It was like burning. That was burning cat.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see it.
It's all right. We'll see it again here.
Okay, Minuet. So burning cac's Minuet.
And then we got a lullaby off of Minuet.
Oh my goodness. Drew might. It looks like Drew's just gonna try and see if he could beat water right away. 16-minute water temple, anybody?
Yeah, we're big fans of the 16-minute water temple here on Zelda Speedruns. This seed's been telling us to go get our feet wet, and Drew's gonna do it with the long shot strat down to basement, gets it. Only thing that's gonna make me sweat here, maybe, is if he has to go far into water temple, that's gonna suck. I mean, I guess it's not too much time loss.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 checks, 4 checks that he cannot do, 5 checks that he cannot do because he doesn't have strength. And that's pretty much half a water temple. So he's kind of hoping for a high roll of a 50-50 here.
And that's 2 keys so far.
Yeah, I mean, if you've already made this trek all the way out here, you see that Minuet's on Burning Cack, it probably doesn't hurt to at least get water started.
Mm-hmm. And as chat called out earlier while we were discussing Drew's very wet play, there was a Din's Fire on the Saria song check in Lost Woods. So that's our path to Queen Goma.
That's
wow,
3
Drew's
keys,
coming up all
Connor.
keys. Alright, we're gonna see what's on the Saria song itself here in Sacred Forest Meadow for Cola.
I'm gonna guess Nocturne. Never
And it's
mind.
Song of Time, even better.
Which is, ironically, another good song for Water Temple. So,
Also a good song for Gerudo's training ground.
oh my god.
I'm just pushing us to get dusty today, dude. Let's get a little sand going on. The boulder room. Get the Tektite out of here. My trauma's kicking in. Yeah, that's it. Let it make
Tektite's trying to push Drew over into the right spot.
That's a
Go,
strat.
Tektite.
That's a new setup. Drew with the water bug moves. Alright, so he's gonna go again for this jump here. Get to the second time.
No irons means you have to get a nice long jump here. Get high enough to get low enough into the water.
There we go. Yeah, that was a good jump by Drew. Pull out in Hyrule Field, by the way.
Yeah, Cola's got that valley to King Dodongo hint. And I mean, yeah, there's a good chance that it's just a bomb bag in Gerudo Valley, but we do know that King Dodongo is in or
ice.
I'm sorry, PC is in ice. Yeah, thank you. And so it could just be Rudo's letter.
At this point in the seed, I'd be pretty excited for Rudo's letter, because that gets us a bottle. Yeah, we gotta go get the letter out of it, but hey, bottle's a bottle.
Yeah, that is true.
We should have some answers soon, because when you get a Gerudo Valley path, you're like, alright, it's on the crate or behind the waterfall. You're just hoping that it's not behind Hammerrock, but with the path to DC, I feel like logically Hammerrock's really late, unless the Mega 10 Hammers is chilling out there in like Hyrule Field or something.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure what Drew's doing at this point.
He's setting up the water level because he can't action that right now.
Yeah, he's out of here.
He got all keys. Oops.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, he was at a point where he could only do one more check in Water Temple, and it would be Dark Link. So he's making that decision. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna come back. Gonna come back with Strength, Song of Time, and it's pretty, and maybe some Iron Boots that make things a little easier.
We actually found Strength in Valley.
Ooh, and that's a Spirit Temple to Baronet? Now I'm a little confused. Is there an item inside of ice that's going to help you to get to Spirit?
Which is in Deku, so Kokiri Sword? If Spirit has letter, these gamers are not gonna give a crap. They're gonna be like, whatever, dude. Strength 2 and Ice to Boomerang and Spirit. the potential's there. We have that raw energy. I don't know if I want to harness it yet. I'd rather put that back in the box.
I'm actually not sure if that's possible.
I don't know. I don't like thinking about what is and isn't possible. I just like thinking about what would be fun.
Yeah, because we have that strength so far to King Dodongo, which is a bridge, not a bridge. It's a Ganon boss key medallion. So if it is a strength 2, yeah, I'd be a little concerned that there might be something else in Valley.
Yeah, I do want to note that on Restream, we've now seen all 5 path hints within the first 30 minutes, so this hint layout has been so far pretty generous. If we're worried about hints, though, we haven't seen Claim Check or Skull Mask yet, so those could be curveballs. We still also have some of our sometimes hints still available, and we haven't seen one of our foolish hints, which could be a dungeon, and we haven't seen either of our important check hints, so... but having 5 path hints already on Restream, that gives us a lot of info to action, and really, the only ones that we're pretty confident on being resolved so far is the Lost Woods of Goma one. And probably Zora's Metamorpha.
Yeah, it does look like Valley only had one major item, so I didn't see that, but I'm going to trust that that was obviously there. So it is that strength, and that's a Sphere 0 strength, so yeah, I'm going to be honest, it's not going to be a strength 2 inside of the ice to get further into Spirit. It honestly might just be like a slingshot. Or K-Sword.
I was kind of hoping that we were going to avoid some of these longer dungeons, given what our medallion layout is today, and where these dungeons ended up. Because hilariously, the dungeons we don't need to do all kind of ended up in nasty spots. So, like, Forest Temple is inside DC, so that's easy to ignore. Deku Spirit is inside Deku, so okay, well, I don't care about K-Sword if I don't have to go in there. And then Shadow Temple's in Spirit, which is like, okay, well, that's way out there. Who cares?
Yeah.
But it looks like this seed might drag us into at least Spirit Temple.
Cola going up Source River. Gonna be doing what Drew's already done, and Drew's gonna be trying to catch up here. He's got no reason to kind of head up over towards the Kakariko area at the moment.
Cola setting up for and getting that jump's gonna have his long shot now. It's going to save a bit of time for both our runners this seed later on once we have to get through doing and finishing Water Temple. Because obviously, you know, Water Hop's cool, but if you don't need to do it, that's fast. And then if we do end up in Spirit Temple, Long Shot saves a bit of time in there. Can save a bit of time in Forest as well if we're forced into a Stone Forest. I'm sure neither of these runners really want to be, but you're going to do what you're going to need to do to finish the seed. And looks like Drew's going to be first out to South Hyrule Field. Unfortunately, still no explosives, so going to have to leave a few of these grottos behind.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be doing just the same thing as Cola. Open grotto into valley, into lake, into owl. Honestly, probably don't even need to do the owl.
There's your hover boots, just sitting in Sphere 0 out in open grotto Southfield.
Cola didn't do that?
No, he walked straight west. He went due west and he just rushed valley.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I mean, so far we don't need to do Shadow, and we have the long shot, so... I mean, hover boots are cool. They're nice.
swaggy, can save a bit of time, especially since, you know, we have Fire Temple today, and we get in that silly situation where, ooh, hover boots were required, so we could check that off the list. Sokola finally back into adult, having dipped out of it after doing adult CAC. Hasn't done anything yet in here. He's calling the Poe immediately. Yeah, to chat's point, Kola might go do open grotto here with horse. Might also just take horse and immediately head over to fortress and start going for a density play there, since we know GTG's over there.
Yeah. Yeah, this does look like a straight GTG play, so... horseback archery into GTG. He could cross if he wanted to. He's got... I'm pretty sure he got the magic. So you're just a lens away from crossing logically. Spirit is Shadow. Honestly, yeah. They're probably not going to be too concerned about crossing. Don't even know what that's could be.
The only interesting crossing right now is we're still missing Requiem and Nocturne. We know where Minuet is. We know where basically the rest of the songs are for the most part. We know Preludes on all dungeons. So the songs that we have left to get, if you pull Nocturne, cool. But also, if you don't pull Nocturne, then you could have been like, darn, I didn't need to cross.
Yeah.
Because also, if we do end up in Spirit, you could just go out the hand and you have to bypass the whole crossing the desert anyways. But I get the temptation to cross, because when you're already out here, you're like, man, screw it. Also, we see a rare poke the Gerudo guard to death with a bow, since Kola doesn't have a shield. Or at least didn't equip one.
Yeah, I don't think either of them have bought shields yet. Which is fine.
I saw Drew buy one. Somebody, I'm pretty sure it was Drew went in and bought one, but...
Okay, cool. Very nice.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, when we're in a seed where we had both bows within 12 minutes, you got plenty of arrows. What was that on Gerudo's letter check?
It's a blue rupee.
Oh, okay.
Alright, HBA. Now's your time to shine. You were super early. What do you got for us?
Kola's such a professional, he goes for the target.
So much better than I could do it.
Yeah.
It's
so hilarious. That always looks so easy, but then when you start doing it, you're like, ugh. There's Lens. Hey, that's logical crossing. Uh-oh. Oh, no. maybe crossing is the right play. Maybe that's our Nocturne.
No, what's really scary is that, like, at this point, you are bombs away from shadow completion.
We're gonna see a Stone Shadow today?
Honestly, I'm here for it. Let's do it.
With fans. We love our boy Bongo Bongo. Dude's got no head.
Oh.
Here's some bomb shoes for Drew off of Child Fishing. That was a 10-pack.
That's very nice pull.
Yeah.
He could do Stone Shadow. Yay! Oh my goodness!
From the top of Gerudo Fortress. That long shot making that fast check.
I'd say that's one hell of a brown chest to pick up. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And now Cole is going into GTG, going for check density here. There's also a lot of checks in here that are just logically early between having this bow, hook shot. So there's a lot Kola could potentially find in here, but he's not going to find Nehru's Love because Drew just got that off of Darunia. So that's one item that Kola won't get baited into grabbing.
Yeah, this is gonna be
There's no love like a father's love. It's true, chat.
Yeah, I guess Cola was in that mentality that he was probably just gonna farm red rupees to buy bomb chews through here anyway.
Oh, wind. We have all our spells already.
That's a very inconvenient for Auroras.
Yeah, that could save Cola a bit of time. Also, Drew got the chew set up immediately, very nice. Red Tunic. Another nice, convenient grab.
Yeah, with fire being required and having both tunics already, you know, it kind of gives our runners, and these are highly skilled runners, okay? So they're going to feel comfortable not grabbing many HP chests, especially having those tunics.
Absolutely, you don't have to fight timers now. Already up to 4 keys, by the way. Just having flashbacks of Drew dipping water temple with just oops all keys. Drew was passing the time by changing where his head and face are located on his head. As Hot Rodder being unfaithful to his name, feeling slow as ever. Finding nothing on Hot Rodder, but Childgorn City is an easy place to leave behind, so Drew doesn't want to leave it behind if he doesn't have to. And Cola finishing up this hammer chest room in GTG. Drew's heading into Lost Woods, looks like towards Sacred Forest meta, which we know he's going to pull Song of Time here.
It's a little interesting. He seems to want to save those bomb chews. He's not using any of the bomb chews for those checks at the moment.
Yeah,
so,
he knows that Lost Woods path, but maybe he's going to either get them on the way back, or maybe he's just not sweating it right now because he's like, well, path to Queen Goma, that's just probably getting to Deku and Shadow Entrance. I'm not going to sweat it. That's a swaggy shield, by the way. Good job, Drew. Yo, Cola getting magical up here. Put Din's and Wind on at the same time.
I mean, yeah, he's able to cross. Leave FW in here. He could cross pretty safely. Go check Haunted Wasteland check. And all that's in logic.
Yeah. Yeah, when we're talking about crossing and you're out here, I'm like, well, I don't know. Getting back out here sucks, but also you might not need to cross in the first place. You might have an excuse to jump out of Spirit Temple later. Whole reasons not to do it, but when you already have magic, long shot, and we know hover boots are available also, and you pull lens off HPA, it's like, okay, the game's like, please go ahead and cross. And if Cola doesn't get paid out for this, that's just rando gaslighting. And there's our second magic in Lost Woods. I hope Drew continues to clear his checks though, because it's definitely the Dins.
Yeah, he definitely knows that Magic 1 is very in logic in his house, so.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Din's? Was it on Ocarina minigame or was it on the Bridge Scrim?
It's on Saria Song Check, so the other Skull Kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, as long as Drew does remote scrub, he should grab it on the way. Yeah, so as Juke's pointing out in chat, Cola has already found a good number of keys, so he's been counting his keys. So he might have also the idea that, well, the left side's probably not going to be super strong. And there is a good chance that the left side is either the rest of my keys, not good checks, and then everything's behind strength 2, which then results in him just setting wind and coming back later anyways. So might as well just set wind now, not worry about the left side until you can finish it.
Seems like Drew wants to get a little bit of money before he finishes up the checks in Lost Woods, which is totally fair. So, gonna be doing this check back here, just kind of filling in what Cola's not done, or what Cola's already done, and Cola's going to be showing us some new stuff. He's got bomb shoes. The one thing is Cola does not have ZL, so he's not going to be able to do the check the Fairy and Colossus yet. But he could, do the first 2 checks in Shadow if he feels up to it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's still lots of that Cola can do here. I think once he gets this song, figures out what it is, he's going to grab this hint, and then he's going to also peek the arch here, get some good information out of this, and yeah, at this point in the scene with all the items and songs you still have, you are feeling pretty spoiled for choice here. Oh, he rolled in, and I'm like, wait, are you just committing to the Stone Shadow? Hold on. Check the song first, dude. Okay, that's Requiem. So that oh, there's a big chest on the right hand. That might be our path. I didn't quite see what was on the arch. It looked green.
I did not see what was on the arch, to be honest.
Was it Greg? I thought it was Greg, but it was just a little dot. So, yes, we did see a big chest on the right hand, so the Iron Knuckle past Child. That could be our Spirit Temple to Baronade path. That could also just be another big box. When you have a Spirit inside Deku entrance and you gotta go back there to turn the Kakiri sword, I feel like every runner is just gonna go, unless they're trying to go mode it and they got early hints, the dual hint for early Child side Spirit. You're just gonna go in and do the Child side because having to run all the way back out the Deku would suck. Alright, so Cola's back in field. Looks like he's going to put these shoes to work now. He might get around to checking Open Grotto here in South Field. Find his hover boots, as well as maybe we'll figure out what's inside, what the scrub sells us today. Oh, there was a Spirit Temple hint.
Okay,
Or
and
double.
Yeah, you'll get a key on Child's side, which is good, but it is Child ranged locked at the moment. And, well, Spirit is in Deku, so you still need that.
Yeah.
K-Sword.
All it tells you is going in as Child is a good play. That might be your only early key. You're just going to get his wallet here, and then he's going to use it to buy me pizza after the race. He does not know that yet, but he will. And we're going to see the Re-Dead Grotto in Kakariko from Cola. Haven't seen this either. A lot of these bomb-locked checks are going to be slowly getting opened. It's always fun to see where runners prioritize their chew use. Cola going around for these more overroll checks, not committing to using those chews for that Stone Shadow as much as everyone wants him to. But we're again hoping, or at least Cola is, that he doesn't need to do Stone Shadow today. But getting that Requiem, kind of like, okay, well, Nocturne's deeper than I want it to be.
Yeah, one thing that Drew's going to be able to do here is because he has ZL, he's going to be able to do the Royal Tomb and get Sun Song. So time of day is not going to be an issue for him anymore. Only downside is he doesn't have Dampe time, which would have been probably the most convenient part of this routing. It just didn't work out in his favor. So he could open up the well, he could get that Sun Song, do Sun Song Grave, but I'd be curious to see if he went out of his way to do Dampe, as well as probably Child Chickens while he opens up the well.
Yeah, it's a good time for Drew to do these checks, I agree. It is unfortunate we don't have Dampe out. The dude works very limited hours. Kind of like pretty good deal, even though his hut's a little depressing. Like, I don't know if you could fit like a microwave in there, so kind of an L. But yeah, this is a good time for Drew to do as much as he can. Logically, this flame check isn't logic too, so we could also see Drew do flame storage here and open this up. And worst case scenario, just comes back as a delt and uses that. Or, I mean, man, he could use that Dins right now. If he messes it up, but it's Drew. He'll be fine.
He's gonna go for the, which is kind of funny, but you typically don't have the setup to do that this early on. Usually you're missing either magic or Dins.
Yep.
He does get it. It's just a heart.
Yeah. I mean, nice little refill. Little safety there. And Colo's gonna pull Bolero from Bolero. No, yep, there he goes. I was like, was he already over here? No, he wasn't. Frogs 2 is dead, chat, so we could still use Storms to check Frogs 1. Should we get it back out to River anytime soon? But I don't think most of our runners are going to be really rushing to check Zora's domain as a child. That's probably not going to be in their minds until they at least get Gerudo's letter. Especially since we don't have logical access yet. We still don't have a scale or bombs. Yep, and here comes chickens, as you called out. Whoa. These runners are moving too fast. They're drying out my throat. Oh, there's strength too. For Cola.
Where is that?
That is DMC wow. Bomb Grotto, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's still not in logic, but it's a good pull. It's a very nice pull having that strength.
Absolutely. Especially since, again, our path is like, hey, Spirit Temple, and it's like, well, now I don't have to worry about Strength 2. I don't know if that tells us that strength is bomb locked, chat. It's just that strength was bomb locked. First bomb bag in Stone Forest. That's a good one, chat. I do think that one's good comedy value.
It could be possible, but the idea that none of our bridge meds are bomb locked in the slightest is a little weird to me. Not that it's impossible.
Oh man, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Neither of our bridge meds are bomb blocked. That's super strange. And given how much bombs usually carry just anything in Ocarina of Time, feels pretty improbable, but here we are. That's really weird. Is this an elimination match? Yes, chat. Welcome. This is an elimination match between Drew and Cola. The winner of this match will actually secure their place in the main bracket, whereas the other one will be eliminated from the tournament. Both these runners are 1-1 right now, 1 win, 1 loss. Drooness beat Exodus in his first match, but lost to Floosh, while Cola lost to Zephyr in his first match, but beat Machi in his first elimination match. You can basically take 1 loss. If you get 2, you're out of here.
All right, second magic for Cola.
Yeah, Drew's first to Hyrule Castle, which at this point, you know, you have Zelda's Lullaby, you can get information here, which Drew did not see that spirit hint yet. Cola found that other copy of it, I believe. So that's good information for Drew now, knowing that Childside does have a key at the entrance. And now he's going to check Hyrule Castle Ferry, which is another notorious check where people just tend to leave for a long time because it's not a dense play. It's not exactly fast, but it's not slow either. It's that really awkward length where you're like, ah, man, I'm doing this for one check, and I have to play a song for it. But we have seen Seeds make it or break it on this fairy, OGC fairy. So he's not getting paid out for, well, I guess he got 5 rupees, so he got literally paid, but not in terms of completing the seed.
Whereas Kohler... No, you're
ahead.
good. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want to hear what
I was just
Cola.
I was just gonna say, water, or Cola's heading over in the water, and is gonna be able to do significantly more checks than Drew was able to. In fact, as long as irons are not required here, Cola should be able to complete the dungeon.
Wow, Drew went all the way out to Hyrule Castle too and got the copy of the one item in Gerudo Valley, so it's like, oh, cool. But as the chat was asking, they were asking, when the main bracket begins, do the losses reset? So basically, is it back to double elim yet? Double elim for the main tournament again? I don't remember.
It's best of 3. So as soon as we get into bracket, it's a best of 3 elimination. So runners have 3 matches to stay in the tournament from then on. Or I guess at least up to 3 per matchup. So
yes. So if Drew goes up against, let's pretend Zephyr, which that's won't he be? I don't think that's what he'll be bracketed against. But let's just pretend Drew goes up against Zephyr in the first round of main brackets. They would be playing each other at least 2 times, and then the loser would be whoever takes 2 losses is eliminated from the tournament. There's not a lower bracket anymore. There's just a bracket for main. Yeah, so as Aurelius is saying, there is no losers in main tournament bracket.
yes, only winners.
We're all winners. We're having a good time with Rando, aren't we?
Exactly.
Exactly. Juke trying to remind Oak of his plays. I see in chat.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. That is all right. That just means I have more time to be here.
Exactly. It's a win-win situation in not a literal sense. But yeah, you were talking about you don't want to see anyone lose this match earlier. That's how I felt watching and commentating for you and Alpha. I was like, damn, I want them both to win, but only one's coming out of here 0-2. So someone's feeling bad at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, if there was anybody I was happy to lose to, it would be one of my good friends, Alpha. So I'm more than okay with that.
Yeah, and if this season's going to be remembered for anything, is that something about these settings has created a situation where basically anything you can happen. We've already seen upsets in the main tournament's pools. Specifically, last year's champion E. Cola was eliminated. He won his first round in pools, but then lost to No Pawns and then was eliminated by Nastrel. So that's crazy. It's really anyone's game here up in main bracket. Everyone's playing really well. So we will be keeping a close eye on what happens up in main brackets.
Yeah, some crazy results have come out so far. I mean, mentioning Nastriel, when 0-1 in, I forget who they played their first match against, but then went on to eliminate 2 of probably the strongest French runners in the community, which is just wild.
That's crazy. It's Nastriel lost to SETI round 1, and I'm like, okay, that was pretty close matchup. But then I'm like, oh, dude, you got to play against Say in losers round 1, and then Nastriel wins, and then has to go through Ecola in losers round 2, and I'm like, holy shit, the world's stacked against Nastriel, but he keeps coming out. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of that matchup, and you're like, okay, Seize was runner-up in Season 6, and Ecola just came off of winning Season 8. So, you're looking at that, and you're like, I've got nothing to lose. Let's just go in there and, play our game. and he did so, and came out on top.
Yeah, so that was in Group 1, which they're done with their pools. So we have Nopon, Zavi, Seti, and Maestro moving on the main bracket. Let me see if I can... Oh, that was pool... yeah. Let me see if I can pull up some other ones here for us. The rest are all still in progress, so we still have a few more going on. So here in Group 4, we still have Ryukane versus Exodus that needs to occur. So one of those will be moving on. Here in chat, we have Shaoniswa, who beat Brotinder to secure their position in the main bracket. Which also within that group, Marco beat Rafa to move up to main bracket. Oh, there's a Zora scale hint, by the way. Cool. And then, but Rafa came back being Alasuna, securing main bracket. So the last match has to be between Brotinder and Tanjo. So that's going to be a pretty nuts match as well. And then in our other group, Mr. Mario's going on to main, Juke's going on to main, and Volk's going on to main. The only match left of that bracket is Flea versus Alpha, which is tomorrow night, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. That's going to be, for those late night people that are looking for something to watch, that's going to be a fun one to watch. And also both Exodus and Tanjo, Exodus versus Ryukane, and then Tanjo versus Brotinder Doza. Those matches are going to be on Saturday. So we're going to know our final 16 bracket by Saturday.
That's really exciting. These first sets of matches have been very, very exciting to watch. And again, like, it feels like anything can happen with these matchups. There's no, like, clear, oh yeah, this person's just gonna knock it out. Like, when you have, again, say and E. Cola neither making it out of pools, you're like, okay, well, I honestly don't know who's gonna come out on top this season. And Cola finding a big chest past Dark Link, which is our Zora scale, which got hinted.
So were both of these checks hinted? I didn't see that dual hint.
Yeah, it was our second dual hint. I think it should be a scale and a key.
Okay, so he's doing this route specifically so that he could check Dragon Chest.
Yes.
At least doing so without having to waste the bomb shoe.
Well, I think it either has to be this center pillar, or did he check Compass Chest? I wasn't looking. I don't think.
I know Drew checked.
Oh, okay.
And that was a small key.
Cole probably peek center pillar. Oh wait, nope. This is a junk chest. So it's in central pillar.
There's the push block we haven't seen yet.
Oh yeah. I don't know why. I just figured somebody would have like peeked that by now, but I know that's kind of out of the way and annoying to do.
Unless Cola saw it and I completely missed it. So it's 50-50 if you need irons.
I mean, he's going up to play his Ocarina, and he's going to play Bolero. Wow, Drew's first into DC here.
Yeah, so right now the difference between these two, it's Cola's already gone off over and crossed, has gotten Vanilla Requiem, kind of netted he got some bomb shoes on top of the fortress, but he also got the Fora's Wind inside of GTG, which is really nice. It's convenient, and it's good for movement. You could safely, you could feel good about running over to GTG and crossing at this point, because if you have to go back, you've got your Requiem already, and you could just head on into DC anytime, or I'm sorry, GTG whenever you want. So that's nice. He's also gotten the Strength too. That's in Crater. It's bomb locked inside of Crater. and that's the one that Drew has not gotten. Other than that, Drew has the hover boots that he got from Open Grotto and is in DC. So this is going to be something that Cole is heading into now.
Yeah, we are almost an hour into this race, and we still don't have a dungeon completed. Drew's going to be completing DC here in like 2-ish minutes, depending on what he finds over here in the maze. So this is definitely still S9 seed energy, I would say. We see a lot of seeds where we just don't have dungeon completion for the first hour or so. It's just going around doing overworld checks, maybe taking some dips in and out, and then just, you know, finally also Cola getting up to DC, gonna do KZ skip here. Drew's trying to gamble for more bomb shoes, but gets sticks instead. Sticks and stones will not open bomb lock checks, unfortunately.
Yeah, but words still hurt.
Yeah, words do hurt. But you know what words don't hurt is happy almost 1 hour, everybody. This is Zelda Speedruns. You are watching the main tournament of Ocarina of Time Randomizer for Season 9. We're having a really good time watching Drooness and Cola, and we want to thank them for sharing their streams with us today, as one of these two will be moving on to the main bracket, while the other one will be eliminated from this tournament season. We also want to thank our trackers today, Lady Draco and Baseball, for keeping all of the items neatly ticked off for us down there. We've had a lot to do actually in this first hour, as well as thank you Baseball for restreaming and helping us keep all the hints and entrances all good and straight. And thanks for being here, Oak. It was a early morning race for us, but you know what? There's Zora's scale, so I'm already starting to feel a little bit more refreshed.
Yeah, thank you, Burrito, for just being you, Burrito. I appreciate you so much, so thank you.
Thanks. People usually appreciate me more around lunchtime, but I appreciate also like as a breakfast burrito variety.
I'm so hungry right now. It is ridiculous.
You want to get down this pizza that Drew's gonna buy for me?
Absolutely. I'll take a slice.
All right. Drew's ready to feed people. Look at him. He's feeding King the Dongle right now. That could be me. Except that part where he stabs me.
And though not a sub 1 hour dungeon completion, a dungeon completion nonetheless.
Yeah. So that is Light Medallion. Unfortunately, that won't get us any checks, but we got to do it today. And Drew got his first scale out of it. We know the second scale is in Water Temple Pass Dark Link, which is hinted. So Drew has that information. I don't think. Yep. Drew, crouch stabbing the warp doesn't make it go faster. It doesn't work like that. But thank you. You know, interestingly, we might not find iron boots if it is at 50-50. But I don't know if anyone's really going to be sweating that gold scale. But welcome in, Raiders. You're just in time to see the continuation of a very close match. I don't really think I could say either one's in the lead. I guess Drew's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes up on a dungeon completion on Cola, but Cola's already found that second strength, which I think is going to do a bit more work than hover boots for now, given that we do know we need to go into Spirit. So if we have to go into Adult Side Spirit, if Drew doesn't go and find that other strength, which we know is in DMC Crater behind the boulder in the grotto, that might get a little awkward, but also that's not a hard place to go back and check, and Drew knows that he hasn't been able to check it yet. What is going to get stressful, though, is we still don't have an explosive source or a hammer, and Drew's, I think he's like, yeah, he's got one bomb chew left. So this might finally be a play to Valley, and maybe he'll try and make some money and buy some shoes and maybe cross.
Yeah, that seems like the play here. I mean, in Drew's mind, you've got two kind of directions here, and one is better than the other. You've got the direction of, okay, well, I could go over into GTG area. I could do some checks in GTG, horseback archery, cross, similar to what we've already seen Cola do. He doesn't necessarily have a one-up on any items that Cola had when he originally went in, so we're not going to see much more from his side, though he will try and get the money to get the choose. But we also have that Zora's Scale, which is kind of like making me want to think that child domain or buying some, or just the logic of buying some beans, or I don't know, setting up Scarecrow to go and do like adult bean checks, kind of in that area.
Yeah. So we know, so hilariously, as you bring that up, we know that Drew found his first 10 pack of chews from child fishing in Lake Hylia. But now Drew's in the location where Cola found his first chew pack, which is the chest on top of Gerudo Fortress here. Drew saw it. I don't know if he's going to go out of his way for it, but if he did, he'd get some free explosives out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like I was very surprised to see Cola even open that chest.
Yeah,
so...
I think the idea was Cola's like, well, I mean, I got the long shot. Screw it. Yo, nice backflip out of the cell. Yep, money time. Yeah, so Cola has gold scale. He can do some weird checks like you were talking about, Oak, and he's gonna finish King Dodongo right here. I say weird because Lakeside Lab guy is kind of weird.
Yeah, that is very weird. It's not in logic yet. It's, I mean, you need Rudo's letter. Lab dive, in my experience, is never anything. But, I mean, what more else can these runners really do that's in logic? And for Cola, it kind of looks like child domain.
I wanted to go on the record, baseball, our stenographer, please take this down. Oak says lab die is never anything, when literally in the race he got eliminated from this season, it was Megaton Hammer. I just want that to be on the record. Thank you.
Oh my god.
It's okay. I know you already blotted that out.
I mean, that was a really cool logic seed. Like, you knew... yeah, I'll just...
We figured it out on Restream. We were like, "Ooh," and yeah, you got to it first. To be fair, you didn't lose because of it.
I was really happy to be able to pretty much skip the entirety of GTG there by working out the logic. So that was really nice. Still
sorry
lost.
about the well play though.
But
yeah. All right, Cole getting bomb bag off Stalfos. If he just went left earlier, he would have had explosives.
Oh my god.
That so whoa, good. Dude. He could have had explosives like 30 minutes ago. Oh, love it. It's so good. It didn't slow him down at all. He's not kicking himself over it. Like, he basically did everything that he would have been doing with it anyways. He just wouldn't have to be like, damn, I'm almost out of choose. Now he's like, okay, well, whatever. Ooh, nice Dynaflow stab.
Here's the Furor's win for Drew. More than likely gonna get that bomb bag as well while he's here.
Yeah, he'll just set wind in the back. One advantage Cola has is Cola's come back with Strength 2. So we're going to want to keep a close eye on Cola on the right side here. Because if Cola pulls anything big from back here, that's going to delay Drew from getting back to it.
Yeah, something even like a bottle could pretty much slingshot Cola into the right direction.
Mm-hmm. And we don't mean like the slingshot will help Cola. We mean like
it
metaphorically. I mean, it could. It could. You're right. Our small key in Child Spirit is logically like ranged lock, and that'd be our first ranged thing for Child.
You know what? Give us a slingshot.
Show me fire arrows.
Wait, no. No.
Hey, a big chest. Uh-oh.
Slingshot, come on. Uh-oh.
I don't know how to feel about that. Like, should I be excited or nervous? I feel pretty neutral. That's not a lot of checks. And we know that there's already a big chest on right hand, which is Child Side Spirit, which might be our path. So we might not even need the mirror. Yeah, I'm with Chad. I think the mirror shield's bait. Oh, another big one though. Okay, more money. We found 4 majors in GTG so far, by the way. Do we have Ocarina of Time hint? Yes, it is Prelude today. We do not need to do all dungeons.
Yet.
Yet.
I mean, Shadow is wide open. I mean, Cola's got the spirit get up, minus getting into spirits.
Yeah, that's going to be the main hazard, but based on our path hint earlier, Ice to Bane, we know that's probably something to Jabu, like we assumed with the Boomerang. But then we still have the whole, like... We don't have Spirit Temple to Baronade resolved. Because Jabu today is inside of Fire Temple. So... That's got to be pointing to something else, right? Like... Yeah, actually, what is the Spirit Temple to Baronade? Plus the Cavern to Bane.
Yeah, I think... so I think that there's a, the Boomerang is in spirit, and, it's probably just gotta be either K-Sword or a child, like a slingshot for, inside of, Ice Cavern.
Okay, so basically what Shaolin Small is saying, just like, yeah, it's, one's going to be Kokiri sorting into Spirit, and then Spirit's going to have the Boomerang. And there's Drew with bombs. Okay, well, to your credit, Oak, nothing was on Lap Dive, so...
I told you! It's never anything!
Oh, wait, Cola... You going into fire early, my dude? He's going into fire early.
I respect it.
No hammer.
Yeah, he's out in this direction. Again, not in logic, but, you know, maybe you pull something pretty cool. You have no fire.
It's also low priority. It's a force med. I mean, that could get us what I think is probably our Nocturne at this point, but... I mean, you gotta do this at some point, so might as well check it out now. Hammer in big fire room? That's funny. Oh, it's a key. Cole's not locked out. He can keep going, which he will, because he's here. Two heart fire, though, scares the crap out of me. Like, when you have 2 hearts in here, that's a short timer. Which is what looks like Cole is going to try and get some hearts off these keys, but every time you need them, they don't give you them, so I'm told. Which, hey, we got one. Alright, so Drew's gonna save and quit here, get out of GTG. He dropped Wind, so he needs to come back. He can. Cola's gonna continue through fire, I think, until he just gets stopped. Which... Oh, man, I always hate these camera angles. I'm like, what's there? Okay, it's a key.
Yeah, and this makes sense for Drew to cross here, but now we're hitting a point where Drew's gonna be pretty much caught up to everything that Cole has already done.
Yo,
and we still don't really have much.
No, and also, Drew, you're not gonna go do HBA? Like, what?
I thought
oh, no, he did it. It's just not marked. Never mind. He did HBA. Baseball. He did HBA. Yeah, he's gonna cross here. He's gonna check torches on the way over. Not get anything. And then, he's gonna get his Requiem. The only difference here is that he can actually check the ferry in Colossus, which Cola wasn't able to because Cola got out here without Lullaby.
Yeah, this is pretty cool from Cola. He's gonna FW in this room. Probably save quit to get his heat timer back. And then just FW back into that room and he'll be okay. It's a nice little trick to be able to do a 3-heart climb there without having a fairy. You know, just because you say that, Baseball, I really, really hope our hammer is on lens minigame.
I hope baseball's on lens minigame. Server right. Lights in minigame can't be. We already know where lights are. The whale ate them. Jobby was hungry. He was like, just give me that.
They look like a lemon lollipop.
Big chest. There's a big chest and fire temple shortcut, so goals are going to be going down there. So to your point, Cola just kept going and he went, oops, there is something in here. Strength 2 was in Death Mountain Crater behind in the Bomb Grotto, and the other strength we found was just in Gerudo's Valley hanging out behind the waterfall. Jabu eats everything. I guess when you have a boss randomizer on, that's true. He does eat everything. You ever just go inside a whale and fight a man on a horse? I haven't, but it can happen in this game.
Honestly, I'd be very surprised here if Cola is able to get enough keys.
There's the boss key, actually, right there. Damn. Okay, so Cole has one key. He can keep going. He's got that bow, so he can poke out that eye switch.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna grab the boss key, then he's gonna hop down the shortcut, get the item, and then probably set FW, and then just go do the boss.
The only thing that's worrisome is that this next check doesn't have to be a key, because it could just be hammer locked in the hammer loop. So it's genuinely like 50-50.
Ooh, let's Cola flip that coin. Okay, well, we got a big item out of it.
This could be huge.
Oh, it's a slingshot, dude, your favorite. That's gonna slingshot Cola.
I mean, that's nice, but we still need a bottle.
We still need a bottle. Okay, so you're right. We got key locked right before we could get we could have gotten another item and the big chest for the boss key. Oh, hey, a big chest. I evoked another one for Drew. Oh, hey, Kokiri's sword in shadow. Hold up.
I'm lost.
Ice Cavern to Bane, but hovers were sphere 0. Hookshot was Song of Storms locked and sphere 0. Wait a second. Is the Ice Cavern to Bane for a bomb bag to get into Zora's River? Because one scale was bomb lock. No?
No, our bomb bag is logical first bomb bag. Like, at least it is, like, it's available.
Okay. Damn it, Stone Shadow was required. I mean, they're gonna go to Ice Cavern anyway. Oh, wait. Ice Cavern for Nocturne to get into Deku?
I don't think Boomerang can be an Ice Cavern, because Boomerang is hard required to get the to get lights. So the runners know that they don't need to dip into Jabu just to get lights if they, you know, if that's what you're hunting for. So because the Evil's Bane path rolls before the dungeon hint paths, just in general. You know that because you need Boomerang to get the lights. Yeah, it cannot be Boomerang inside ice. It's got to be something to get into. Honestly, now I'm thinking like it could be irons. It could be iron because that gold scale is not in logic, and irons could be leading towards getting that slingshot inside of the top of fire without having hammer, and then that could be it. I wouldn't be surprised to see irons inside of Ice Cavern.
So you're saying vanilla irons?
If that's what it takes, absolutely.
Damn. Drew, stop it. Stop pulling big chests out of shadow. Quit it. What the fuck?
I'm lost. I don't know anymore.
Even literally, Oak just gets done explaining it. We're like, okay, maybe. And then Drew's like, no, I found another slingshot right here, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this doesn't make sense to me anymore. And honestly, Drew probably shouldn't be here anymore. He could just go into Spirit at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what Drew's cooking here. Maybe he read into some hint logic that we haven't yet. Maybe he's just gambling. I don't know.
I would trust Drew with my life, so...
Oh, Cola didn't bail after K-Sword. Maybe he's gonna do Dead Hand then bail? If they both keep going, then there's something I'm missing here. Maybe they just like collecting stones.
Drew proving that NA aim is just a myth. That was awesome.
Oh, hey, Bosky.
Strength 2 is not out of logic, Chownswa. It's officially in logic.
Yeah, since we found that bomb bag in GTG.
But Cola decides, hey, I'm done with Shadow. We're not doing anything further. He feels pretty confident that he could just go into Spirit, go get his items. He's got his strength too, so he feels pretty good about that.
Yeah, I feel like true. Stop. Stop. Can't keep getting away with this. Okay, well, this is Butter Knife. Yeah, I think Cola is right to bail when he did. I don't know what Drew's cooking. Both swords in Shadow? Yeah, it had Toothpick and Butter Knife. Damn, Shadow. Oh yeah, to Mr. Mario's point in chat, Drew might be thinking Strength isn't here for some reason, like another Strength. If only Mirror Shield was in Shadow Temple, then we could have had a full dinner plate set with our 2 knives and plate. Alright, Richard, you got anything for us today? Just a heart container.
See him on Drew's side. I do remember that. So, TCG is definitely going to be one that's going to raise some eyebrows.
Everyone's already got their guesses in. They were excited for this treasure chest minigame. Drew's got to pull something real crazy from Shadow for this to pay off at this point. Big Goron Sword's not gonna be that big of a game changer for him.
I think he needs a bottle, or a hammer. Hammer would be nice.
Yeah.
Rudo's letter?
Hammer would be great.
I don't think it could be Rudo's letter, but I could be proven wrong. I'll be okay with that.
I just think we still have all of our bottles out there. There's good odds that there's just a bottle chilling in here at this point.
Was it really all lefts? Wow,
Yeah, it was
that's
all lefts.
wild. Congratulations, Alia. Do we have any more all lefts? That looks
Lady
like
Draco.
it's it. Very nice.
It would be correct eventually, but he guessed it. Cola doing Jalgoron City. We know that Hot Water is just going to give him a bundle of arrows. Drew finding another junk item here. Now, Drew could skip back Shadow, but he's clearly going in here for checks, so he's not going to. He's going to go back there and see what's hiding, and then, I guess, just check what's on Bongo Bongo and just be like, cool, I got it. We did get Child Side hinted. It is a junk item and a small key. So we'll see. We do know that, again, there's a big hand. There's a big chest on the right hand of the statue, which is Child Side. So that could be our path item, or at least we know there's something up there. Paul's gonna get Goron Tunic out of the pot here. He's got plenty of hearts at this point, but you're still thankful for it because now you don't have to manage that heart count as much once you're back into fire.
Yeah, what's a little wild is that both of these runners could do Forest Temple if they really wanted to. I don't know if we've gotten a Forest Foolish, but that's been open for a while.
It's true. Both these runners could also shoot the sun if they want, but oh, sick. Is this slingshot gonna pay off? Let's see, Cola. This is a nut upgrade. Cola gonna go into Spirit here. We know, again, gonna find a small key on Child Side and then likely climb the rest of the way up. Do what you can. Check that big chest. Might also, at the end, hop out to go check Colossus Fairy, just because you're there. This will be our first look, though, for Spirit Temple at all on Cola's side as Drew gets through the back of Shadow here, having not pulled anything yet.
Yeah, he's only got one check left, and he's really hoping for something. I guess best case scenario pull for him would be a hammer. You do know that the first two checks in here are just going to be a key and a dead check, but we do have the knowledge that climbing all the way to the hand is going to get us a big chest, and that could be our item.
Yeah. So you know you're going to get paid out for climbing, because again, at this point, like, the only items that you probably wouldn't care to see is, I don't know, I guess fire arrows. Like, you'd be happy to find a bottle, you'd be happy to find hammer, obviously, Blue fire arrows, you haven't done Ice Cavern yet. That'll make it go a little bit faster. We've actually pulled out most of the items we don't care to see anymore. We've already found our bow upgrades. We found 2 of our slingshots already. I guess there's still 2 bomb bags out there. We found both of our long shots. We're running out of things that we don't want to find. I guess there's claim check still out there. We know that's jumped from the hit now.
Yeah, I guess claim check. We've got fire arrows. I was gonna say we've got 4 bottles, but we really want one of those, and unfortunately, Shadow not netting anything else for Drew, and
That was quite the commitment.
Yeah, with Prelude being on all dungeons, it doesn't feel great.
Now that felt like a gamble. Pola's definitely gonna make has a little bit of a time lead against Drew for progression now. Drew might walk into his strength 2 here though, as long as he continues to go up, which it looks like he is. So he's gonna grab a strength 2 from the grotto up here. That will get him back on the right path. And Cola in the sunblock room, so we're gonna see another check here, and then we'll find out what's on the hand. Key and sunblock? Yes, key and sunblock, Mr. Mario. Wow.
Yeah, this makes sense. This is the only possible way that pretty much our hints could make sense here, with that strength being hinted towards King Dodongo, and with our strength 2 as well. So it does look like strength 2 is likely going to lead us to King Dodongo, which at this point we have that sphere, the early sphere bomb. So it's going to be hinting towards Rudo's letter.
Mm-hmm. There's Trail Fairy. I don't think we've seen this yet, so this is new for Drew on the left side. And then Drew might grab that Gossip Stone before... He's pretty close to 20 skulls.
Yeah, I know he has 10 already. I didn't see exactly how many he's at, though.
I think last time I looked, he had 13 or 14. Oh, there's Hammer just sitting on the hand, so... And Arch looks to be a piece of heart.
Well, that is our fire completion. We still need a bottle, game. We still need a bottle, and that hammer's got to lead us to a bottle, right? Surely.
Okay. Here's a weird thought. Spirit Temple to Baronade, Hammer. So maybe something's hammer locking you from Baronade. Bottle and fire shortcut? Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, that's our first hammerlock checked in fire. Well, at least that we know of for a big chest. There is the loop still.
No, that's right. We have a loopy loop, but we haven't pulled yet. Going back to fire without Serenade feels horrible. Sure does, chat. I agree. But sometimes that's just what the seed's asking you to do.
He's got FW in fire, so he'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. Drew hasn't made it out to fire yet, so if he can get around a Child Spirit here, which that looks like where he's angled towards, he actually can just save a lot of time because he'll have Hammer and he could just go do fire. Yeah, our 2 scales today were the chest before King Dodongo and then behind Darklink. DMC Fairy was definitely something that came up in my mind just because the Jabu's inside fire entrance, and I was like hammer, and I had this thought proximity, and I'm like, well, there's DMC Fairy right there. That'd be a convenient answer. But since we do know that there's that big chest in the fire shortcut, and we know it's hammerlocked, that's looking pretty good odds. That's true. Drew still can't get into fire. Doesn't have gold scale to dive in, so he can open it, but he can't get in there yet. He's have to go do water.
Yeah, the good thing is he has that hint that gold scale is in water, so won't feel too bad about that.
No.
And I think I could...
is that... I forget. In these settings, is the gold scale entrance into water logical?
Yes.
Okay.
It does require long shot and gold scale. Long shot very early here, but that's... Yeah, it's definitely okay here.
That's where I always get confused. I always forget if it's long shot or hook shot. It's the hook shot entrance that is illogical, but the gold scale long shot is logical.
Yeah, the only thing is you need 5 keys in water in order to get that gold scale. So it's irons locked regardless. So so everything beyond this point is just irons locked, and I'm actually curious what the iron boots is.
The joke would be Fire Temple shortcut.
That's impossible, but it would be fun.
Chat really wants forest, apparently. We want to see... We already see stone Saturday, but so, like, might as well just give us stone forest. Alright, Cola gonna head back into Shadow Temple. What? To use wind. Right. Fastest wind part. There we go. I'm always used to people going into forest entrance, but we don't have a minuet yet.
Yeah. Forest is just the comfortable, easy go-to.
Yeah, and then Cola's gonna set wind here because he's just gonna clear forward to get that big chest and that key. And then he's just gonna go do the boss. Wait. Yeah, because he has to go do hammer loop and he has to come back up. You know. This is so many steps just to get to the entrance of fire. But it's still faster than playing Serenade. Oh, than walking back without Serenade. So I agree on the play. It's just funny. So Drew's gonna find a key here in Sunblock Room, go up, get his hammer, and then he's gonna be like, okay, cool. Cola is going to get a key out of this loop, go back up, get his boss key, get his big chest. And like I said, I don't think he's gonna keep climbing. I think at best he just drops wind and then he goes, fights the boss.
Yeah, Cola gonna be getting a key. Maybe another item. That'd be cool. Another item in fire at the very bottom of fire.
Yeah, could be a key and an item.
Could be a
why
bottle.
not? Could be.
We just need one game.
Flame
We
check.
just need one bottle. Oh my goodness. If we see a
Still
flame
got
check,
We still got it up there.
at least give us the frog. Like, if you're gonna give us a trade item, just give us the frog. That would I would be happy with that.
It's a good companion to safe quit. Alright, looks like the last check was garbage, so we just got a key out of that, but the key is what we need. Cola's going to continue forward, and again, big key up here, right when Drew grabs Megaton Hammer out of the chest. And he's going to save and quit immediately.
Yeah, no serenade, no prelude. It's gonna be tough to get back.
Where's Child Spawn? I never even thought to, like, look.
Child Gone City.
Oh, that's why they all got around to Child Goron City. it up. And get the key first, because climbing back up, that's not fast at all. Falling's much faster than climbing. Gravity's a great assistant.
I don't know. I've seen those like speed rock climbers in the Olympics, and they're pretty fast.
It's the wrong Olympic season, but you're correct. They are quite fast.
I don't know.
Got some crazy finger strength. If we had them button mash on OoT, they'd break all our controllers straight up.
Yo, they'd be so good at doing box skip.
Could you imagine a competitive rock climber wave dashing in Smash? We'd run out of GameCube controllers so fast. Oh, okay. That big box was one of our other bombs. Cool. Yeah, it's just point out. H-swapping is a commitment when you don't have Prelude and the child spawns Goron City. not the greatest spot. Cola coming back up here to what? Set win? Or is he gonna keep going?
Is he not gonna check Pierre? Do we have a Pierre hint? Am I going wrong?
Set win. We do not have Pierre, but I don't think Cola has set Pierre as adults. I think he set it as a child, but he never picked it up. That or he didn't set it as a child, I don't remember. I know Drew said it.
Okay.
So
I mean, he has long shot, so he could pixel shot.
Yeah, he could, but clearly he's like, I'm not wasting time on that stuff. I'm just gonna go do the boss and hope that if I have to climb, then I'll just use wind to come back and climb. Here's Dampe, by the way, Drew, if I can get back around to it. Whoa, Drew could have had a slingshot like an hour ago. We have all our slingshots now, though, in terms of like game knowledge. Having that slingshot earlier wouldn't have done anything for us. It just would have prevented Oak from going down the slingshot logical rabbit hole. That's all.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, we learned something today. Yeah, as chat's pointing out, we have all of our duplicates now. Wallet, bows, slingshots, but not a single bottle. We are not preserving any of our meats.
This is so wild. Well, I mean, on a good note, if you want to look at the bright side of things, Cola's going to be able to get their second dungeon done. And I think you're right about Nocturne just being on the Prelude check.
Yeah.
So that's,
I mean, we just have Ice and Prelude left, and at this point, I'm like, feel like, because Nocturne being in Ice doesn't really resolve our path, because that all that does is throw us into Deku. So. All right, good Volvagia kill by Cola. We're making progress. So, comically, Drew's actually completed the second dungeon first, but it was a stone dungeon. So,
yeah,
it technically counts, but not in terms of finishing the scene.
First bottle in Deku would be malicious.
First bottle in Deku would warrant us draining all of the sap from the Deku tree before he dies. Where's Irons? Great question. Next question. 20 skulls. Cola, I think, has been not pushing skulls as hard as Drew. So if it does come down to 20 skulls, that could help Drew out. Granted, Cola can bust some skulls out pretty fast, so I don't think he's too worried about reaching 20. Wait, we going back in, Cola? What? You're gonna climb? What the f... Okay, Cola finishing... So, set wind said, I'm gonna go fight Volvagia, does it, and then goes, we climb now. Yeah, I agree. This is just Cola chasing the hammer path. I think that's all this is. Oh, there's strength 3. Wait a second. Was that DMC Fairy?
Yeah.
Oh no. That could be that could be
Why, Burrito? Why? My
oh, hey,
brain's
Boomerang.
already...
Deep fire. Never mind. We're bailed out. Well, Cola is. Okay. Never mind. We got a question posed by Strength 3 and then immediately resolved by Cola. Thank you, Cola.
What's in ice?
Something nice. I have no idea.
I understand I'm not that great at the logic, but like, what
You beat top
genuinely is
32,
in...
shut up.
What's in ice? Oh yeah, it could be iron boots actually. Yeah, I think Slew's right.
Well, I mean, other than bottle and iron boots, we know where everything is, so it's got to be one of those two things. So that's the Spirit Temple path to Baronade. So then Ice Cavern will likely be Boots, because Boots. Okay, so Drew's making the play for Water Temple to get the scale that he knows is in there, and then go over to Fire Temple. Man, I bet like there's 3 bottles in Stone Forest. Three bottles and blue fire arrows in Stone Forest.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if that's all that's at this point.
Van Ganon was trying to start a side hustle of bottling.
And yeah, irons are hard required for water. The boss key's on Central Pillar.
Oh, you know what? I think Cola did the boss first because he was hoping to pull like the hammerlock thing off of it, and then when he didn't, he's like, okay, now I'll go to Deep Fire. Now I see the reasoning now.
Yeah.
Took me a second. I was like, why did he do it in that order? But okay, because he could have got bailed out of doing Deep Fire. There's Serenade on Prelude, Nocturnes in Ice. Stupid. Yeah, but Nocturne to Bane? That just gets us into Deku. Irons and Deku. I guess. I guess, chat. Alright, first look at Jabu Jabu. We know we're gonna find light arrows in here. Cola, illuminate us to what's inside the whale today besides the light arrows. At this point, I don't think anything's on 20. I think skulls are just toast this seed. Unless there's just a model hanging out there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Just rush your dungeons. Hope you pull a bottle and you're done. That's pretty much... I mean, do we need... Yeah, we need the bottle, never mind. Yeah.
Or Blue Fire. Yeah. Did Blue Fire arrows get hit? No, we haven't seen an Ice Arrows hit. How often are we a bottle or Blue Fire arrows from Go Mode? It doesn't feel like very often.
I mean, I've seen positions where runners are like, I don't have a bottle to fight Ganon with, but that's like such a it's so menial. It's like, all right.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, then just use your sword. Casual strats, let's go.
Yeah, Drew getting the unfortunate knowledge that he's just gotta go.
Yeah, but he has wind. Wait, he's gonna do this. He's gonna get mirror, and then he's gonna be like, great. Man, Drew made killing all those likes look easy. I always end up messing up on like the third one. It's our light arrows, Cola, just on the first tentacle. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
So the rest of the checks could be something exciting. Drew's gonna exit GTG out to Fortress. Are you going out to... Oh, he's chasing the hammer path. And then gonna go out to Lake and finally get into Fire.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Wow, a
Yeah,
blue fire bottle in Whale? Get out of here.
Yeah, that's a... Well, that's just quote-unquote go for Cola. He just needs to actually pick up the iron boots, then he'll officially be in go. But, yeah, the iron should just be in ice, and he's just out of here.
Yeah, so right now, I don't really see how Drew makes up time on Cola. There's nothing really left to solve. I can only actually see Drew losing time if he decides to not go back and chase the hammer path in Fire and go Deep Fire. Did Drew get the hint? Which hint? Which hint, chat?
Pretty sure Drew has the majority of the hints.
He has all his paths, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna go get his Scarecrow song first, just in case he doesn't have to pixel shot. You can't lose a lot of time on pixel shot, so I respect it. Yeah, we found a bottle of blue fire in Jabu, so Cola is good to go. He just has to finish Jabu, go back finish water after he gets iron boots, which are probably in Ice Cavern. And if they're not in Ice Cavern, then Ice Cavern just leads to into Deku, which will have our iron boots. They're somewhere in there. So water will be our last dungeon completion for the day, most likely. You just do Child Ice for the song? No. Both runners already opened it when they were a child, I think. So I think they're just going to jump in as adult and do it.
I mean, do we even need the song? Yeah, we need Nocturne, never mind.
Yeah. We can't do the rule breakies to get up to Shadow Entrance. Not in the set. Not in this rule set.
Alright, Drew taking his first step into Fire Temple, while Cole is pretty much just past the halfway point in Jabu. So probably get about 2 to 3 minutes left in there. It feels really nice once you realize that Jabu's almost done. It is the forest of the child dungeons.
Yeah, it's like fleshier.
Yeah. I don't like that, but yeah.
I mean, neither do I, but I didn't make it.
That's true.
I call it as I see it. That's what you do as a commentator, right?
Actually, I don't know if you didn't make it. I don't know.
This game came out, what, 98?
Yeah.
Do you think I was 4 years old in Japan programming Ocarina of Time?
I only did that to figure out what your age is. Got it. Let's go.
I mean, I'm here in the Ocarina of Time randomizer community. You don't have to think that hard about my ages. There's the joke that we're all around like 30. We're gonna stop the seed to be quick. I mean, to be fair, it's still a quick seed. It's definitely not the fastest seed so far. But Cole's gonna be finishing here in... I don't know. All he has left to do is Ice and then Deku, neither of which are going to take him very long. And then it's literally just go get the key in water and kill the water boss. So, I don't know, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes?
Yeah, it's really just trekking. You're going to be spending most of your time trekking.
Yeah, a lot of walking, because again, no prelude, so... Yep. We're just going to be spending a lot of time doing some walk-ins, seeing some dungeons, but the dungeons we have left are either almost completed or very short. We do have to do the side dungeon of Ice, but Ice is like the shortest of the side dungeons, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's
pretty short.
It's just... Yeah, I guess whenever I'm thinking of side dungeons in short, I always think, man, Bottom of the Well has so many checks and it's short. It takes about like 4 minutes, like, you know, if you're doing absolutely everything, maybe even less. I don't know. I'm not good with times, but Ice, especially if you have BFAs or if you're already going in with a blue fire bottle, very quick.
Yeah. Alright, Cola gonna take Discount Prelude from Lake to get into Castle and Age Change, so we're gonna see Cola go do Ice as adult, then Deku, probably, and then just finish Water. And as a reminder, the winner of this match will be going onto the main tournament bracket, securing their position. The other one will be eliminated from this match. The next matchup to determine who also is continuing on the main tournament will be restreamed tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Flea versus Alpha. Should be an exciting match. Have some great commentators lined up for that one as well. And yeah, we're on the latter portion of our matches for pools, and we'll be moving on to main brackets very soon.
Yeah, next week already lining up for, you know, seeing some of our best of threes. That's I mean, yeah, groups are very exciting, and you get to see a lot of different types of matchups, but now we really get to see two people head to head duke it out to you know, progress to the top 8, 4-2, and eventually to the finals.
Yeah. Been very exciting to see things that I understand that Challenge Cup is moving along in round 2 right now, which is, again, as a reminder, our main tournament here is the top 32 players from the qualifier rounds, while Challenge Cup is 33 through 96. Math, it's not even 11 a.m. yet for me. Can't tell me to do math before noon. It's just a rule. So some very intense matches going on there, as qualifier rounds were pretty heated. So there's definitely some people who went on a Challenge Cup where I was like, wow, they're not in top 32, and vice versa. So definitely some close matches going on there.
Yeah, there were definitely some wild finishes. If you did not catch those qualifiers, you could always go to the website, youtube.com/ZeldaSpeedRuns. Every qualifier is on there. and all of our backlogged races that have already occurred. If you want to go back and see how these runners got to where they are, that's how I initially found ZSR, was through YouTube. So that's it's very nice, and it's accessible.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of accessible, Drew's trying to do the hover ground jump off of here to get up to the boss key a little bit faster. Oh, almost. There's like a couple of ways to set up for this.
Yeah, I've seen as soon as this was pretty much allowed in this rule set, you see setups for this, and there's like 3 or 4 different cool setups. I know Mario's come up with his own. I'm only saying that because he's in chat. I don't remember the rest of the people that made this.
I don't know, Mr. Mario does something different than everyone else. It's like King Zora's skip. I feel like every match of qualifier where like people do King Zora's skip, because we have 4 people on restream, I see like 3 different setups for KZ skip every time.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I was doing a practice race, and somebody said that my KZ skip was like ancient, and I was like, what? They've essentially called me a boomer with my KZ setup. I was like, felt really bad.
KZ goes back to like, what, season 4 it was found, and season 5 it was allowed in the rules or something?
5 and 6. And
5 and 6, okay.
Yeah, found in the middle of 5, and well, I think either during or right before qualifiers. And there's the iron boots that we predicted.
With
and
2 fire arrows right next to it, and Cola still goes back with the bottle to probably avoid the equip swap. Cool. All right, yeah, there's our irons. Sorry, go on. This was just a good nice.
I mean, it's just KZ skip.
What do you mean it's just KZ skip? It got everyone over Fish Dad.
Yeah. Probably one of the biggest skips allowed in recent memory. I guess aside from Water Hop. Water Hop was kind of huge.
Yeah, just because that avoids long shot, where KZ skips, just avoiding like turning in Router's Letter. Two-hour, 15-minute go mode for Cola.
Yeah, that is official go mode for Cola. Well, actually, no, not official. He still needs the Nocturne.
Yeah. Why is Cola still opening chests? Because maybe he just didn't see the boots immediately, which is fine. I mean, he got blue fire arrows for it, so if he wants to whip them out, he can. I don't think he'll need... I mean, maybe he might use it here. I don't know. But yeah, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We're at our 2-hour mark of this main tournament pools elimination match between Drooness and Cola. Cola's got the strong lead here at the moment as we go into 2 hours, being not in just no mode but go mode after this ice cavern completion. But we want to thank both our runners for letting us feature them on the restream here for Zelda Speedruns. And as we start coming up towards the end of this match, we do want to remind everybody that this match is on a 20-minute delay from both the streamers. We're here with you live though, so no spoiler Renos. We want to see how it plays out here. But we also want to thank our trackers, Baseball and Lady Draco, for tracking all of our items today. They came out as fast as furious, as well as Baseball for restreaming. Thank you very much, Baseball.
Good go.
Thanks for being here, Oak. We woke up for a very exciting match, it seems.
Yeah, very exciting. Now, it does seem to be all done and dusted, but, you know, we still got to get some stuff done here, but Cola definitely in the lead. But thank you, Burrito, for joining as well in the comms booth. Makes it so much easier. The amount of work you put in, I do appreciate.
Yeah, of course. I've been having a great time this season, been trying some new things out to keep commentary relevant and fresh, especially during qualifiers, as I always know that when we do have so many people going through qualifiers and a lot of different perspectives going on, and just the format of qualifiers, people are like, what's the story? What's the narrative? What's going on? So definitely tried some new things this year to keep commentary rolling through quals and try and keep it manageable, which, as Oak was saying, if you missed any of the qualifier matches, I think all of them but one of them is on Zelda Speedruns. That one, there was a French restream of it though, which I think Pappy did, so it might be on his Twitch highlighted, or maybe if he has a YouTube, I don't remember. And I actually commentated like almost half of the matches because we do have a lot of people who are excited to volunteer, which if you're ever interested in volunteering for Zelda Speedruns as a commentator, tracker, or even maybe a restreamer, there's some information in chat about it. But during qualifiers, a lot of our volunteers also like to participate. Shocking, I know. So we're usually a little bit more thin during quals time, especially this year as people are busy during that time period. So I think I ended up commentating like 7 or 8 of the matches.
Oh wow!
So I've been kind of vibing and letting other people take over the reins for the main tournament a little bit, because I was like, oh man, I put off so many obligations to come.
Well, I will say
catch up on some things.
It was very appreciated. It really was. Being able to watch those restreams, if you weren't participating, definitely meant a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah, it not only gives you an idea of maybe how specifically runners are playing the seeds, but also just how the seeds are playing out, the mental approach of it. And then the thing with going on commentary is you also have the opportunity to help summarize or keep the seed story straight. So a lot of those are along the lines of like, hey, what was the main narrative of this seed? And the main narrative here is obviously Drew committed to a stone shadow temple to gamble on finding some checks that maybe Cola wouldn't do. And unfortunately, it didn't pay off. Drew lost a few minutes going through all of Shadow, where Cola just dipped out after completing the front of Shadow, getting Kokiri Sword, then completing Dead Hand. And that's basically the main time difference you see right here. They did get around to doing checks a little bit differently in order. Drew going adult and staying adult for a little bit longer than Cola, who went and did child checks first time around a little bit sooner because Drew made an early river play to chase that path. But ultimately, I don't really think either of them lost much time on general dungeon completion, overworld movement. Neither really abandoned any checks. They remembered everything they left behind and went and cleaned them up when we did. I would say that maybe a time advantage was given to Cola a little bit because of having strength 2, so maybe that's what baited Drew into going into Deep Shadow, hoping to pull a strength upgrade. But other than that, Drew didn't have to do as much back and forth with Cola as Cola did. Granted, Cola did pull GTG's wind pretty early, so that saved a bit of time as well.
Yeah, it just seemed that the route that Cola ended up taking and getting the items in the progression that he did just kind of benefited his playstyle and, you know, pushing him towards the end here. So this is going to be the last dungeon for Cola. He's going to be able to knock this out and head on to Ganon right afterwards.
Yep.
But Drew right now is probably, he's gotten Strength 3 out of Death Mountain Crater. So instead of going back in the fire, I don't know if he left for us in fire, but instead of going back into Deep Fire to get the boomerang, which obviously he doesn't know exactly that boomerang is there. He just knows that the hammer is path to Baronade. He's going to be hunting that Strength 3, and that's why he's going to outside Ganon's castle to yeet that rock.
Yeah, so one of the issues that I think Drew might have walked into here, again, he may be aware of this, though, and he's just playing for the gamble, is that when Cola made it into Fire Temple the first time, Cola didn't have Hammer. So when he got Hammer locked out of Fire, he knew that he was Hammer locked from completing past the Flame Wall room. Drew went in with Hammer, so unless Drew was really keeping in memory that he found a key in the basement loop and then counting where he used his keys, he might overlook the fact that fire completion was hammer locked. Especially since he did the jump off the chest from the Goron cell rather than continuing through the rolling boulder maze. You know what I mean? He could have very easily just oopsed himself out of that information.
Yeah, and here's the infamous iron, like, I guess technically the only hard iron boots lock check. Obviously, everything in water is iron boots lock, but you could get around it with gold scale, long shot, strength, and you name it. There's an item for everything in water. But yeah, central pillar. This is the 1 in 10 that people usually say. Where if you go in without iron boots, you've got a 90% chance of getting your boss key, but not today. So that's gonna be a wrap for Cola.
Yep. He's gonna grab this, beat Morpha, and then he's gonna get out of here. Doesn't even have to water hop today. Granted, this room's not exactly a fast room. I have to poke all these rocks to death.
Who's gonna show us what's in Southfield? I don't think we saw this on Cola's side.
No. Because Cola never even went back for Open Grotto to get hovers. Oh, Well's foolish. Okay, well.
He did.
I mean...
I don't remember at what point. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is there. Great question. Maybe when he made his way back to... Well, no, he had Wind and Fire. Maybe when he left Fire. At least no one got baited into Well.
Yeah.
Gerudo's letter is just kind of somewhere, so it was kind of
probably in Forest.
Yeah, Forest again. Fan Ganon trying to open a bottling factory. Chat saying light trial.
I think I checked out on the logic as soon as we saw the iron boots and ice, so I'm gonna trust that letter's probably in
my eyes rolled into the back of my head, like, after a while, with this logic. I don't think it's overly complex, I just kind of like, alright, whatever. Alright, Cola, let's see a Morpha kill. Got the quick grab. Can get into the door jam. Whoop. Whoop. Nope, Morpha's slipping out there, unfortunately. Gonna have to get Morpha in the corner. At least we have long shot. This boss fight's much more annoying without long shot. Surprisingly.
Yeah, Morpha will find a way to be annoying if you miss that first bit, no matter what you do. Whether you have long shot, hook shot, like it's just. I don't know why Morpha doesn't like getting grabbed as much. I mean, I wouldn't want to get grabbed in Morpha's situation either, but.
Right. It's like Drew's getting baited into Adult Spirit, unfortunately.
Yeah. Though, because of the prioritization, we just know that Strength 2 or Strength 3, I guess it could just be... I guess it could be either of those. Strength 2 or Strength 3 are not going to net you anything for your bridge dungeon. But Drew's at a point where it's like, okay, it's either Deep Fire or I have a very dense Spirit Temple to go into.
Yeah. So again, it looks like Cola is going to win here and move on to the main bracket. Unfortunately, this will be the end of Drew's Season 9. And we appreciate both of them, though, here. Again, it was a very heated match. Just kind of came down to reading into that hammer logic and following that hammer path through the rest of Fire. And then also, again, Stone Shadow just not paying out for Drew.
Yeah, Cola's going to be joining the likes of a couple of runners that have already secured themselves into the top 16 brackets Just to name a couple, without spoiling, I'm gonna name a few that have already happened last week. Okay, so if you haven't watched those matches from last week and you don't want to be spoiled, sorry, that's on you. It's been a week. You've had a week to watch. But you've got Mr. Mario, Floosh, Zavi, Juke, Zephyr, Nopons, Marco, and Challenswa, who's also here in chat, as well as Mr. Mario. And those guys will be in the top 16. Now, there were some matches, at least a match this week, so I'm not going to spoil the result of that one. But yeah, that's where Cola's going to be joining into. And we still got 3 matches after that one following up, 1 tomorrow and 2 on Saturday.
While you were reminding everybody what the status is, Drew pulled another bottle out of adult side, and it has blue fire in it.
What?
Yeah.
No.
So Drew kind of got bailed out of doing adult spirit. He can even think that's maybe path. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I think that's logical.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because if it is strength 3 that's being hinted towards Gerudo's letter, then I guess technically strength 2 could lead towards the bottle. It's technically in logic. Either way, I know Drew's not feeling pretty good about it.
No, I think he realizes that he's behind, even if he doesn't know what his competitor is doing, because I think after he finished Stone Shadow and got not paid out for it, he's like, okay, I am behind. I need to make some good decisions and probably get lucky here. And unfortunately, his decision-making has been bad luck for him. But that's random.
This is Ganon for Cola. He's got the nice setup. Now, Drew does have the BGS, but it's not going to be enough today. Cola's going to have to do Ganon the old way, which is fine. Nice and 10 slashes.
Oh, drops it, unfortunately, but it's okay. We'll just set up again for another one. Yeah, unlike Cola, Drew's is not even... I mean, is he going to open that box? I guess he's still looking for Boomerang, so yeah.
Yeah, it would make sense. He's probably thinking, oh, this has to be Boomerang.
And he's going to pull Blue Fire Arrows and go, oh.
Man, the blue fire arrows being right there is so rude.
Yeah, I mean, Drew likes it. He doesn't care that he got a bottle. He just equipped it immediately. Cola was like, whatever, I'm not pausing to equip swap that. Oh, the ice keys.
We're on Ganon.
It's true.
This one is almost done. And honestly, like a roughly around a 2:20 finish time is still fast. It's still good, you know? Yeah, we've seen faster seeds, but this is still a good time for the seed.
Yeah, considering how messy this seed was and how it's pretty easy to get gaslit in another direction, kind of like how Drew is right now. Cola had a very good route here. He really didn't get pulled off path at all. I don't really think he made any significant judgment errors, especially with how late Iron Boots logically were in the seed, it seems, or at least how late they revealed themselves. Even dipping into water, I don't think was a bad play. It got him some information at least, and Boss key just ended up being in the last position you wanted in. But everyone get ready with your GGs for Cola. It's going to be finishing off Ganon here. And Drew just can't get out of this room without one more freeze.
Very nice. And GG's to Cola. That's a win
right.
and a move on to the top 16 brackets. Congratulations.
Yeah, 218 vibes, great. All right, let's pull Cola in here, and I think Drew's going to join us as well.
Yo,
Right. Oh,
GG's
yo.
Cola.
Yo,
GG's
GG.
Cola and Drew.
GG's.
Well, certainly a seed. How'd you feel about it, Cola?
Oh, I felt like I got way too lucky, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna skip the ice checks at the end because, like, what are the chances that Iron Beats are there and not in, like, Deku or Shadow or Spirit, right? But then I just autopiloted and I just did the checks anyways.
Yeah. There was definitely a lot of stuff that happened for you, Cola, that we were like, Cola's making strong rounding decisions, but also to your point, yeah, just got lucky, saved a lot of time going through a lot of the checks that you just kind of walked into when we saw you in Jabu and you pull blue fire right after light arrows. We're like, okay, well, don't
Yeah.
have to go out of the way for that anymore. Well, he's just in Cola's just in go mode. Let him let him just route it out. He's done.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy as well. Like getting 4 hours win that early is also thick in the seed because I used it a bunch.
Yeah, you made it out to Fortress really early. Getting the win did help you out. Like, we know that your first bomb bag ended up being the same as Drew's, which was the Stouthless chest in GTG, but you set win and left right before going in that room, and we're like, well, he could have had that bomb bag like 30 minutes ago, but honestly, you pulled a 10 chew pack off of the top of Gerudo Fortress right
Yeah, dude,
when
that
Drew
that
pulled a
was
10 pack out of Child Fishing, and we're like, okay, well, whatever. Skipping the bomb bag didn't set Cola behind at all.
that 10 pack on the rooftop was crazy, man. I was gonna pump 200 rupees anyways to buy them in the wasteland, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Drew, how'd you feel about this seed in general? Obviously, you made some different decisions.
It was okay. I kind of had a plan of like clear density, find bottle, do ice, figure it out from there, and then the bottle just never came. So, like once
Yeah,
I got to Shadow and got like the K sword and stuff, I was like, I'm sticking to Shadow until I find a bottle, and then like there's just no bottle in there, no bottle in GTG, like no bottle anywhere.
It was nothing but
yeah,
pain beyond the BGS.
yeah. We figured you stayed in shadow for a density play. We were like, surely he dips out after dead hand like Cola did, but no, you went, and unfortunately, yeah, you just didn't get paid off, and that time difference was really what put you behind Cola for a while. But then obviously we got around to fighting Hammer on the right hand of Spirit. Cola, you went back into fire because the first time you went into fire, you didn't have hammer, and you knew you got hammer locked at the firewall room, so you set wind and left. Drew, when you went back to fire, when you went into fire the first time, you already had hammer. Did you realize that when you got up to the rolling boulder maze that you were hammer locked at that point? Technically,
I didn't really think about it, but I don't know.
yeah. We asked
Like,
because we obviously saw you chasing the hammer path, and you went back to DMC and got the strength upgrade out of DMC fairies. So we figured that maybe gaslit you, which is why you ended up in adult spirit.
um, not really, because I knew like strength 3 was in logic. Uh, so it was just like it kind of confused me because I was like, why is this strength 3 required? And then like I wasn't thinking about the letter being required to get to DC. And then I forgot path prio existed and that I shouldn't have even been thinking about it in the first place.
That's
And
okay.
yeah, it was just I don't know.
We were very confused on Restream with the path hints, specifically like once we had all 5 path hints and we saw Ice Cavern to Bane and Spirit to Baronade. Oaks over here, like, all right, I'm gonna make sense of it. Maybe it's a slingshot, and then somebody pulled slingshot. We're like, all right, I don't know. Let's just see what the runners figure out.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Cavern
Uh,
was obviously just gonna be Nocturne with, right?
yeah. So we were I was at the beginning of the sea being like, wow, you guys start with like bow, you got your hook shots already, you're getting a lot of the duplicate items out of the way. It's gonna be a fast sea, but it ended up being kind of like average length on the faster side, but not didn't blitz it because we were making jokes on Restream that all the bottles were in Forest Temple and Famgan's gonna open a bottle factory. Because we're just like, where are any of these bottles? You guys literally pulled everything else before you pulled bottles.
Dude,
I
after
mean,
I walked past Forest the first time, I was like, I could never go back. I'm like, because like, what if Cola did Forest? Like, I could never go back. Like,
yeah,
it's
I
not fair.
considered it later on when I went up the mountain, right? Because at that point, I was starved for bombs and I had all the items for Forest Temple. I definitely could see myself going in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
what's kind of funny is you both found two different blue fire bottles. Cola finding the blue fire bottle in Jabu, and Drew also find a blue fire bottle in Adult Spirit. So that and then BFA's just being inside of ice was just rude.
yeah, it looks like Mr. Mario's asking Cola, did you realize that irons had to be an ice cavern or Deku, or are you just like, oh, cool, iron boots?
Uh, why would they have to be?
The Bane
Seriously.
I
hint.
think it's the Bane hint.
But doesn't Gerudo's letter exist? And it could be that, right? No, never mind. Because Rang hasn't passed that.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
guess.
the
yeah,
Mhm.
the hints were whack.
Yeah. I didn't think about it too much, to be honest.
Didn't need to. You just kind of ran into it, so it was fine. It worked
Yeah,
out.
I guess.
Well, you'll be moving on to the main tournament bracket, Cola. And so we'll be seeing you hear more of the restream. But Drew, you're going to be unfortunately limited for him this season, but you had a pretty good run and we appreciate you seeing you. Are there any other tournaments you're looking forward to participating in this year, Drew?
Uh, yeah, the spoiler log tournament hosted by Mr. Mario after season 9. You didn't hear it from me or him though.
Whoa. All right, Mr. Mario, you gotta do it now. Oh, do you have any more questions for our runners?
No, it was a wonderful match to watch, and thank you for allowing us to restream and commentate over this. So thank you, and GG's to you both.
Yeah, we were really looking forward to this match. You two historically are pretty locked in similar levels of skill and similar places in the community for everybody. And we pointed out going into this race that Drew, you were seated 21st from quals. Cola, you were 20th, but you were only 7 points behind Cola, less than 7 technically. So we were like, honestly, it's anyone's match. So we were pretty pretty excited to see where it goes. And you took both different routes pretty immediately, and they both were paying out in different ways. It just came down to basically figuring out the path or just playing it Cola style and just be like, I don't know, I'm just gonna keep going, and if it doesn't stop me, who cares? But I think with that, we want to thank everybody again for volunteering in the restream. There is another exciting match tomorrow night starting at 10 p.m. Eastern between Flea and Alpha. It'll determine which one of those players gets to join Cola in the main tournament bracket. But with that, we're going to hand it off to baseball.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Sorry if you just got here. The race is over. Yes. Thank you everyone who volunteered to make this match possible. Thank you, Lady Draco, for tracking with me, and thank you to Burrito and Oak for commentating. I know it was early for everybody. So thanks. And thank you to Drew and Cola as well for putting on a great match for us. We will be having Flea versus Alpha at 10 p.m. tomorrow. Yay! Should be a really good match. I'm excited for it. I'm restreaming it despite it being at 10 p.m. because the comms are great and the runners are great. So should be a good one. Yeah, I think we're gonna raid Blue Roses. Oh, and the trackers, of course, are amazing. So you should definitely watch tomorrow's race for the trackers. They're great. Okay, we're gonna raid Blue Roses. She's playing some Ocarina of Time randomizer. She's awesome. You know her. She does comms. So yeah, I'll see you late tomorrow. So bye.